Good afternoon and welcome to our session today. My name is Quintressa Safala and I am joined by my wonderful colleague Matapelo Tipe, who will be our moderator for today. So, what we are going to talk about today in our Grow with Google session is basically about creating a digital marketing plan. We want this because we want to create a plan that will be able to convert our prospect to actual sales customers. So we are going to look at how we are actually going to create a digital marketing plan. But before we get right into it, I'm just going to talk you through our agenda today. So what we are going to look at is we are going to talk about what digital businesses to actually have a digital marketing strategy or plan rather. And from there, we will look at how you can devise your own digital marketing plan and make it work for your specific business. And then from there, we will look at the top tips in terms of harnessing the power of digital advertising and using that in order for us to actually gain customers. Actually, now we're going to have a moment where we will familiarize ourselves with our chat box. And in this chat box, this is where we will be saying our commands. This is where we will be asking our questions. This is where you will be interacting with us. And this is where my moderator, Matapelo Suhume, will be interacting with you as well. So we would love to hear from you. We would love for you to interact with us. We would love to hear any feedback or comment from you. But before we get into it, I'd like to let you know that Google is actually offering a free bootcamp, right? So if you own a small business, and you are ready to scale up and actually grow, Google is actually offering a bootcamp for you. All you have to do is sign up at Google Hustle Academy at the link that is shown on the screen. And that is where you will sign up for this Google bootcamp. Please do join this. Sign up for this bootcamp because it's actually an amazing bootcamp that businesses can vouch for. But before we get into the session, like I said, I want us to start by familiarizing ourselves with the chat box. And the question that I have for you today is, how do you engage with your customers currently? How are you communicating with your customers? How are you talking to your customers? How are you engaging with your customers currently? Let us know in the chat box. We would love to hear from you. How do you engage with your customers currently? We could engage with them from different Google. If you decide to go with Google advertisement, you could engage your Google business profile if you have one. That's where you can engage with your customers. You could use your social media platforms. So of your Facebook, your WhatsApp. If you have WhatsApp, you could use your Instagram, you could use LinkedIn, whatever social media platform that works for your business, you could use that to engage with your customers. And another one that is traditional but still works very well is word of mouth. You can engage with your customers through word of mouth by just having conversation with your customers, giving them a phone call and just finding out how do they feel about your service or your product can work for you. So do let us know, how do you engage with your current customers currently. So now we're going to look at an introduction to digital marketing. But before we get into that, I have a question for everybody. And the question is, what is digital marketing? From your own understanding, what is digital marketing? So do let us know in the chat box by engaging with us and interacting with us, and let us know what is digital marketing in your own understanding. Define digital marketing is that digital marketing is basically looking at how to use a wide range of online tools and technologies that are available to us in order to understand human behavior, right? So when we look at digital marketing, we look at how marketers face new challenges in the digital marketplace, but we also look at it as an opportunity to create a personalized, a relevant communications and content in order for us to develop that deep relationship with our customers based on outgoing interactions that we have with them. All right. Please do let me know if my connectivity is a bit wonky, and then I'll try. But we live in a mobile world. We live in a world that has changed the way we behave. It has changed the way we, like, e-commerce has accelerated, right? So mobile has particularly been changing how we behave, how humans look at or view to knowledge to people than ever before. And now, something that will pop up, well, mainly for me, is that I will take out my Google and I'll quickly ask that, that question that I may have. So that's how using our mobile phones. Then you can actually go, give me a second. All right, so I tried to move to a different spot. So please do let me know in the chat box if I'm much better now. Like and knowledge and want to do research, like you want to do is actually research, because there's quite a lot of information that is out there. And there's stats rise from connecting with your customers online. So what do you think are opportunities that are available when you are increased reach, right? So you have an access to the global, right? You have access to 24 hours a day. You have 7 days a week. So people are able to find your business online, regardless of the time, regardless of the day, because you're easily accessible. And you also have this reach in terms of your niche, right? You allow customers to find your product and services quite easily. And these are the benefits that come with you being online. And another benefit is you get to learn about your customers. You get to understand who they are. You get to segment them according to their behaviors and the needs that they have. And compare that you offer for market research and keep up with your customers' demands and trends that are available in the market. And one tool that you could use in terms of marketing is Google Trends, which is quite a tool that or just have them a service with greater flexibility. You are able that have your search engine marketing, you have your social media marketing. When you find the channels that you mostly can provide you with a good strategy that you can put for your digital marketing plan. So, what are those 6 channels into details? So, with in specific product and services, the keywords that are on your website should align with the searches that we make online. Same as the pictures that you post on your website. Make sure that you name them in a manner that in the search engine results. And then we have search engine marketing. So with search engine marketing, it's as paying for a business with an ad or it appears on top. And then we have social media marketing. So social media marketing is basically us using our social media networks to gain traffic, attention, as well as reach new people. So this way we look at that we put out there for our customers and how we use these posts that are most relevant to them or to that specific target audience. And then we have display marketing, right? So display marketing is basically on advertised across other websites on the internet. So that is display marketing. And then we have email marketing. Email marketing has been one of the highly ranked channels that people like. And this is basically you collecting and using email addresses to communicate with your users. This is where you share your blogs, you share recipes, if you share valuable information about your business. This is where when you do create this and them according to your audience, you content marketing is basically what's currently happening right now. It's basically as creating and sharing as of your business or as an executive director packaging well as drive traffic and get more customers. I'm just going to pause for a moment to find out if I have any I'll move on. Right? A digital marketing plan. Step one is we will look at what are your business objectives, right? We then look at your budget and sourcing. Do you have any budget? Do you have resources in order to back up your goal and objectives? And then we need to understand who your audience is. Who are we targeting in terms of this digital marketing plan? Is it our customers? Is it potential opportunities? Who are we targeting when we are creating this, right? Channels that suit our business. It could be a search engine optimization, firstly, we will look at our business goals and objectives. And as I talk you through business goals and objectives, I will show you an example of a business goal and objective from a specific business, right? So that you get an understanding of how to align it with your goals. And this goal, we're going to read Mondley, right? But Mondley is a hairdresser. He says, "Hi, I'm Mondley. I'm a hairdresser, and my business goals are to get more customers through my door, new and past, and so what you see here is that a successful business is based on both our goals and objectives. And we need to clarify the purpose of our businesses and identify the necessary actions that are required in order. Is that goals are basically general statements that we, while objectives are basically the steps that or actions that we are going to take in order for us to reach that goal. Like I said, in this business goal, we know that Montley is a hairdresser, and his goal is to actually get more customers through he has a saloon so that they can come visit the specific saloon. But now, what are examples of objectives that can align, right? You need to set your objectives. Examples of online objectives that we could reach or we could help in terms to reach Montley's business goals are, for example, we could increase traffic to his website, right? We could increase online sales. We could increase social media page like line with each other naturally, so right. So firstly, for example, if our business goal is to make people more aware that we exist, then we want to increase our online reach and awareness. That will be our objectives. And if we want to sell more products, then we would want to increase found by more people. Then in this instance, our online objectives would be to increase our social media page likes, our followers from our customers. And then if we want to get more returning customers, if we want to retain our old customers, then we should also increase traffic to our website. So that is how you can align your business goals to your online objectives. Now that we have our goals and our objectives aligned, we need to look at our resources. We need to look at our budget and resources. What is it that your business have currently? What resources do you have, right? And here we're going to look at what is possible, right? With what you have right now, what can you do to make your goals and your objectives work? And this is where, as a business, you need to be quite honest with the challenges that we are facing as a business, right? For example, if then there are alternative ways for you to get a nice, simple template website that would work for you in the meantime. Yeti is being honest by saying that, and it's too much of an investment. There's quite a lot of money that is required currently. And then from there, we need to start looking at who's our audiences. When we do create this digital marketing, right? And Monthly says here, I am targeting 30 years old. Different type of ideas. And then from there, you need to then select the type of marketing channel that you'd like. We can help you with that one, right? All marketing channels will suit our business goals. So we need to consider the channels that works best for our business. Then your social media marketing as well as your content marketing. This is where we are creating content, we are creating pictures, videos, blogs that will attract customers, will make customers aware about your product and services, right? And then if our online objectives as well as email marketing. So here, what we're basically doing is we want to turn those prospects into actual customers that will buy our product and service. We want to increase those services into the cart side. Same thing applies include your search engine marketing. If you want to increase your customer loyalty, right, you could use this is where you get to hear how they also include email marketing. it's up to date with all the relevant information or his business. That means he's able to reach more people. Templates that are available, website builder that you have selected, or create one in Google My Business. And that itself shows that monthly will be posting beautiful pictures of the hairs that he creates. And another thing that monthly could do to post pictures that customers should know. You could also give them a run through of how you wash their hair and treat their hair before you actually braid the hair. So such things also build customers. From there, and you could use Facebook advertising. Please note you do pay for Facebook advertisement to appear on people that don't follow or to appear to a wide range of people. And then now that you have planned your activity, you've set your activity, how do you then measure that your objectives or your goals has happened? And this is where you use our SMART goals, right? Specific, right? So it's objective. It basically, so instead of us plugging ideas out of thin, what's specific, what you need to think about is your goal, right? And then you look at measurable. Measurable, you start thinking about show you what are you going to achievable. Oh, we do apologize for that. We are just having a bad connection on our side, but hopefully I am back again and you are able to hear me. Apologies for that once more. So, where were we when I got cut off? So, when I got cut off, we were basically turning our objectives into smart objectives, right? And I was explaining that the difference between a broad objectives as well as a smart objectives. And the smart objectives that our hairdresser would say is to increase our brand awareness on Facebook by growing our audience with new people that we need to have. His audience that he's looking at is females over the age of 30. They are in his local area, they're past customers, they work part-time. If you do remember that, Facebook. So this is your and then the activity apologies once more. I had to find alternative connectivity there so that we could continue with our workshop. Right. Apologies once more. So, like I was saying, this is Mondley's digital marketing plan. And what we were saying is that from his online objective, which was to increase online reach and increase returning customers, we then set that online objectives into a smart objective where we included all the structure in terms of the time frame and how he's going to measure the specific objective. We said that he will increase Facebook page likes from new people by 50% within the next month. He would also increase bookings from past customers by 20% in the next quarter. So that is Mondley's digital marketing plan. So we're just going to pause for a moment just to find out we have any questions. Apologies once more. We are having bad network due to load shedding. We are being load shedded. Luckily, we will be moving to stage 3 soon, so that's a positive. So I'm just going to move to our next section. And now we're going to look at harnessing the power of digital advertising, right? So, how do we get started with search engine marketing? So, what we see here on this page is basically a search engine result page. And this is basically the appearance of the result page that has been adapted, right? And what you see here is that it contains three main things. The first thing that you will notice is basically the search query. So this is what someone typed into Google, right? And then you will see the results that appear below that, right? The first one, you will see that there's an advertisement and then there's organic listing. So the ads are basically the paid listing that appears above the organic listing. So this is the one that is highlighted in blue. And then you have the organic listing, which is then highlighted in green. So remember that whatever that is sponsored, then the ad icon will appear next to this advertisement, right? And what you see is that organic listings basically appear after ads, and that is how you basically optimize that you appear at the top of the search. Like we said, the first thing that you see is your search query. The second thing that you see is your paid text and shopping advertisements, and the third thing that you see is your organic search listing. So, what is the process of search engine marketing? Remember, search engine marketing is basically paid advertisement, right? The first thing to do is to basically understand your customers. And this is what makes everything else happen, right? And then once you understand who your customers are, you then find the keywords that aligns with your product and service and your customers, right? So you need to brainstorm good keywords that you can bid on and that are relevant to your target audience. And then from there, you create an advertisement copy. And in order for you to create an advertisement copy, you need to understand what your target customers want. You need to understand what do they need. And then from there, you put it all together. This is where you write your advertisement and put it in place and then put it out there for people to see. So there's two types of advertisements. So now we're just going to explain the difference between your search engine marketing as well as your search engine optimization. And what you see here is that search engine optimization is free, right? And that is the main benefit of it. You pay nothing for you to appear on the likes of your Google. You basically appear based on the relevancy of the search query. Where else with search engine marketing, this is where you appear, like you pay for you to appear on people's advertisement. But what is lovely is that you only pay when someone actually clicks on your advertisement. For example, if your advertisement is served 1,000 times, but it's only clicked 10 times, then you'll only pay 10 times, right? You're not going to pay for the fact that it is served 1,000 times. You only pay for the clicks that actually happened. And what happens is that we optimize the sending relevancy signals to the likes of Google based on the importance of your web pages, your incoming links, and other factors like your reviews. And with search engine marketing, Google Ads choose the keywords and bid, and which is actually easier for you to be visible. And that's why it's very important that you make sure that your keywords are good when you use your search engine optimization. And another thing with search engine optimization is this process can take a lot of time. And depending on the nature of your competition and the type of query that you are trying to rank for, it could take quite a lot of time. For example, if you want to rank on the first page of pizza, it might take months, right? However, if we want to rank on pizza restaurant in Braamfontein. That might take a few weeks because we were specific, and there's lesser competition because we were specific in terms of the location that we want pizza place from. So, how do you get started with search engine optimization? First, you need to, like we said, we boost our visibility with search engine optimization, and this process basically involves helping Google understand our web pages and creating an experience that is relevant to our customers, right? And how do we get started? Is first we sign up for Google Search Console, which is a free tool that helps um, tell you how you are ranked on Google search. Basically, it helps you identify if there are any issues or errors in your website that makes it hard for Google to rank you highly. And then from there, you submit your sitemap. Your sitemap will help the Google bots understand the structure of your site so that when it comes to you being indexed, then Google understand how your site links together. And then from there, you create valuable content that your users really like. Because what happens is that Google really values useful and fresh content that helps the users find what they are looking for much easier. So, what are the success tips when it comes to search engine optimization? There are no shortcuts when it comes to SEOs, right? What you need to do is to conduct a keyword research, discover and understand the words and phrases that people are looking for when they are searching for product and services that are relating to your business. Think about your titles and your meta descriptions because they are important. They are used by search engines to generate the actual search results for your specific page. And also use titles that generate on your first line, right? The titles that are used, the meta descriptions that are used to describe that specific content that you're putting out there. Also, publish useful and high quality content. Understand your customers. Optimize your content and your needs. Make your web pages user friendly. On page optimization. Make sure that we are able to find your content. We are able to understand your content. And try not to speed up the process by sticking in or stuffing in quite a lot of keywords because that itself will not work. So, what are display ads, right? Like we said, display ads are typically visual contents that are displayed in a lot of publisher sites like your posters, your flyers, but they can also be digital, right? Display ads comes in all shapes and forms and size and image banners, and there are different types of formats. It could be your text, it could be your video ads, it could be your advertisement across mobiles. So visual ads can be more effective into getting people to click, or you need to make them to be more eye-catchy and to make them to stand out. So those are your visual ads. So there's a question for you, and the question is, how is display marketing different from search advertising? Let us know in the chat box, how is display advertising different from search advertising, right? So there's quite a big difference, as your display ads might be seen almost anywhere on the internet, but our search ads will be limited to search engines such as your Google, and will be text. It will be like text links and not image ads, right? Your search is focused around addressing your search queries, and the likelihood of generating a sale is higher as we understand exactly what the user is searching for. But with display advertising, we don't have a clear understanding of what the user is interested in, as we are serving advertising against the content that they are trying to view. For example, an Italian restaurant might want to show a banner ad on the food section of Kenya Times to build local awareness. So, what is a process of display advertising? So, first, you need to understand your customers. You need to find your placement and ideas. So, understand where you want to place your content? Which sites? Where exactly do you want to put it? Do you want to put it in the sites that are closely related to your service or product? Do you want to put it to a site that has nothing to do with your product or service? And then also create a compelling advertisement with compelling or good quality photos that can be attractive to your customers, and then put it all together and share it with your customers. And then what is social advertising, right? So basically, it's advertising on your social media platforms like your Facebook, your Twitter, your YouTube, your LinkedIn. And there's also the likes of your paid social media advertising as well as your social media advertising. But why should we use social advertising, right? So social advertising basically allows us to target and retarget ideal customers. With sophisticated targeting capabilities, social media platforms like the likes of your Facebook will help us target our ideal buyers, which allows us to drive more relevant traffic to our site. And this is the best way to get most out of our marketing spend. We get people on social media, we will increase brand recognition, we will divert traffic to our websites, we will reach specific target audiences on different social media sites, we will target and retarget ideal customers, as well as have cost effectives in terms of advertising. And also we will also generate leads and turn those leads potentially into sales. But what are the main difference between organic and paid social media? So organic social media is basically the views, the actions, the clicks that are free. Content appears on our business profile and in people's newsfeed, the people that your followers newsfeed. And with organic social media, you can only reach your followers and your friends' followers, and that's it. But with paid social media, you pay for the views, the actions, and the clicks for your post and your advertisement. And your advertisement appears in more places where you can literally reach anyone, even if it's people that you do not follow. So, what is the process of social media advertising? Basically, you choose your objective. What is it that you are trying to achieve? You choose your target audience. You create a creative advertisement or a compelling post, and then you set your budget and put your advertisement across your social media platform. I'm just going to pause for a few minutes and find out if we have any views. Thank you for interacting with us in the chat box, and apologies once more for the connectivity issues. We are currently experiencing load shedding. Like we said, we would like to remind you of the free bootcamp that is available from Google. If you do own a small business and you are ready to scale up and grow, do sign up for Google Hustle Academy at the link that is shown on the screen. And that way you will be able to sign up for, or rather to join this Google Bootcamp. But please note that there is a process of selection that happens once you have signed up for this bootcamp. But please do sign up for it. It's actually an amazing program that helps small businesses out there. But what are the next steps? So basically, today's session is basically just the beginning. We would like you to follow us on our social media platforms in order to get more information about upcoming sessions that we have. We would like you to implement what you have learned today. Maybe go and try out one of the channels that you liked today and see if it works for you. Also, you could go to Grow with Google site where you will find various short courses and training programs that you could use in order to upscale yourself with understanding social media marketing or search engine optimization or whatever channel that you'd like to learn more about. But other than that, thank you so much for joining our session today. If you want to hear more about our upcoming sessions as well as the digital tips and tricks, you can follow us on Google Digital Skills on our different social media channels. On Facebook, we are Digital Skills for Africa. On Twitter, we are Digital Skills AF. On Instagram, we are Digital D Kills AF. But you can also follow SchoolNet South Africa on our different social media platforms if you want to know our upcoming sessions. We are SchoolNet SA on Facebook, SchoolNet SA on Instagram, SchoolNet SA on Twitter, and SchoolNet South Africa on LinkedIn. Please do follow us. We would love for you to get more knowledge about the upcoming sessions that we have. Please note we have a session tomorrow, same time at 3 p.m. Do join us then. The session will be use marketing tools and social media to grow your business online. Do join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Thank you so much and have a lovely afternoon.